Welcome back, everybody, to another Divi project blog. This one is What is Liquidity and Why is it so important? This article explains liquidity, automated market makers, and why they are a vital part of the DeFi ecosystem. Now, this is number 5 of the DeFi educational series. I do have a playlist created for it where I went over the previous 4, so if you want to take a look at that, go for it. Or if you want to read them yourself, just go to the diviproject.org homepage and click the blogs button, and every article is in there. But yeah, let's learn about liquidity. What is this? So here we go. When trading, the goal of every buyer and seller is to purchase and sell an asset at the best possible price. The outcome of these traders is determined by the amount of market liquidity, which refers to how easily an asset can be traded without affecting the market price. Now, the more often buyers and sellers actively place orders for an asset, the more liquid the asset is. This helps to maintain the value of the assets being exchanged. In contrast, though, the markets with low liquidity likely have little to no trading activity and are more susceptible to manipulation and severe volatility. Now, a single large purchase or sale of a transaction could cause sharp price movements in an illiquid market. Now, high liquidity, therefore, promotes market stability and produces more equitable prices for both buyers and sellers. The existence of more active market participants also inherently facilitates speedier transactions. We can look forward to these benefits when the Divi DeFi platform goes live. Now, market liquidity, the definition, how easily an asset can be traded or sold without affecting the market price. If a market has low liquidity, it's low trading activity, volatile asset prices, possible market manipulation, and slow transactions. If you have a high liquidity, though, you have active trading going on, fairer prices for all, market stability, and quicker transactions. So yeah, having more higher liquidity is good to have. Now, trading markets must have adequate liquidity to function. However, centralized and decentralized exchanges provide liquidity in very different ways. Liquidity on centralized exchanges. A centralized exchange provides an order book mechanism to quickly and smoothly match buyers and sellers. They serve as the middleman between traders. As we have seen consistently, third-party custodians should not be trusted with your funds. Now, how does trading work on a centralized exchange? Trader A places an order to buy 1,000 Divi at 2 cents each. That is the bid. And then we got Trader B, which places an order to sell 1,000 Divi at 2 cents each, and he's asking. So the exchange will match Trader A with Trader B, who is prepared to sell at Trader A's preferred price. Now, for trades to occur, buyers and sellers must agree on a price, but often there is a difference between the highest bid and the lowest asking, which is a spread. Now, what if no one is prepared to place their orders at a reasonable price? What if there is a low supply and there aren't enough coins to go around? Well, this is where market makers enter the picture. Market makers, in essence, are businesses or entities that support trading by consistently being available to buy or sell at a specific price. They enable consumers to always be able to trade without waiting for another counterparty and profit from the difference in the bid to ask spread. Here's an image on the buyers, sellers, middleman's gone, but the market makers provide a liquidity that users can always trust, and they also facilitate trading always willingly to buy or sell an asset to the sellers. Now, liquidity on decentralized exchanges. Contrary to the centralized exchange model, decentralized exchanges facilitate trades by connecting users directly with the involvement of a centralized order book. The core technology that enables this type of exchange is called an automated market maker, otherwise known as an AMM, which operates autonomously, eliminating the need for centralized exchanges and traditional market making techniques. AMMs determine the price and availability of digital assets based on liquidity created by users depositing funds into smart contracts. Customers trading on decentralized exchanges are not trading against counterparties, but rather against the pooled liquidity inside the smart contracts. So that is the liquidity pool. Now, with this liquidity, automated market makers would be unable to match buyers and sellers. Now, since traditional market makers are not being utilized, liquidity providers are actually incentivized to provide liquidity to these trading pairs and earn a share of the generated trading fees. Now, when adding tokens to DeFi liquidity pools, liquidity providers must supply both tokens that make up a trading pair and receive liquidity provider tokens, otherwise known as LP tokens, in return. These LP tokens are a representation of the contribution to the liquidity pool. More on LP and the resulting yield will be discussed in more details in our next article. Now, examples of providing liquidity to Divi and Ethereum pool. So liquidity provider adds $100 USD equivalent of Divi, otherwise the ERC20 version, so the eDivi to the pool, and liquidity provider also adds $100 US dollars equivalent of Ethereum to the pool. Liquidity provider receives proportionate amounts of LP tokens entitled them to a part of the G pool, or the part of the pool's transaction fees. Now here's the graph or an image of liquidity and LP tokens. So we have the liquidity pool goes to the market, which in return where the LP will receive LP tokens. So in summary, DeFi liquidity offers many advantages over traditional centralized services. Liquidity pools enable users to trade peer-to-peer, eliminate middlemen and centralized entities, and incentivize liquidity provision. With the launch of the Divi DeFi platform, users will have more ways to earn rewards by putting their coins to work for them. Coming up next is an in-depth look at yield farming and how to be prepared. So be ready for that article. That's a good one. And that one, they will go over like the risks when it comes to impermeable loss. So yes, that will be number 6 in the series, but this was a great one. Thank you, Divi Project, for always providing these educational series and just educating the world, because that's what we need. When people get in the markets, they have to learn this. Otherwise, they're doomed to make mistakes and probably hold their funds on a centralized entity, which we always say, do not do. So if you guys like this blog, hit that thumbs up for me, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, the Crypto Sherpa is out.